So to have our own wave here, so we all know that COD Vanguard was mediocre garbage, and I will, react to the Eggman. He made a video about it. I'm gonna pause in between for opinion stuff.
On Twitch
and
now.
yeah,
and you
let's
can
get
follow
started.
me at twitch.tv/theactingmale. It's the sexiest channel around.
Do that.
What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here.
Quite motivated,
And
man.
today, I am so incredibly pumped to finally bring you my Call of Duty Vanguard review.
Yeah.
I had so much fun playing this game, I can hardly believe it or contain my excitement.
True.
This
There was nothing like Elden Ring, which came out and he was completely addicted to that.
truly is the most
Must be painful
immersive Call of Duty experience
to make a COD
to date.
video.
And it is without a doubt so awesome.
Yeah.
Can I go now? You guys want the real review? Okay, fine. I'll give it to you. The
Let's
best
go.
way I would describe Vanguard is to call it Apathy the video game.
Apathy is death, worse than death.
A distinct lack of effort, creativity, and passion is all you will find in this recycled wasteland.
Yeah.
Bare minimum amount of content, a game with no identity. The campaign designers phoned it in.
Yeah, you know what is worse than a bad game? A mediocre one, because no one will fucking care about it. No one will flame it. It's
multiplayer team
just there.
clearly didn't
Like,
care. And the zombies? What a joke. From the
Okay,
moment the
then.
game boots up, your nostrils are assaulted with the stench of unoriginality. There it is, stuck next to two other games so utterly alike that Vanguard might as well just be an expansion. This
Damn.
game is undeniable proof that Call of Duty needs to stop releasing every year. Hell, it needed to stop doing that 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But,
Yeah.
oh my.
And my
Would you
last
look
COD
at that?
was
The
Black Ops
prophecies
2
were
and
true.
W3.
No new Call of Duty for 2023.
man.
Oh my god! What is there to say about Vanguard that hasn't already been said about Afghanistan?
It looks bombed out and depleted.
Now, technically,
Yeah.
this was the best-selling game of 2021, which has me screaming into my pillow every night.
Yeah, because the casuals and
But when you
normies
look
are
at what
buying it.
most
Come on.
fans and people are saying about Vanguard,
They see
at
boom, boom.
best, it's indifferent,
game,
and at
and they buy
worst,
it.
it's this video. People don't seem all that
If it's
interested
work-
in this year's COD, and maybe they
works,
don't
they keep
understand
doing
why.
that.
But that's where I come in. I contemplated on even making a review, which is why it's taken so long. You know, the only way I was going to stay sane is by roasting it to the point of absurdity and pointing out what little the game does well.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, let's wait in line at Disneyland, watch grass grow, and fall asleep straight into this.
Let's go. 40 minutes, man.
You know what's great?
I'm ready.
Charity. You know what's better? Getting an Act-Man plushie. So we
Yeah.
have less than a week left to sell at least 200 of these before they're all shipped out, and I figured it'd be cool to sell me and donate the money that I would get to charity. But if you'd like more info
Nice, man.
on the charity itself, it's
Go
Gamers
support them.
Outreach, and you can find their details in the description. I feel like this is a great way to get cool, exclusive, limited time, never gonna be sold again merchandise for all the hardcore Act fans
Sorry,
out
I can't do
there,
that.
or
I'm
even the
broke,
casual
man.
Act fans. Let's take it a step further. We sell 300 of these Act Man plushies. I'll put Red Dead Redemption 1 next on my to-review list. If we
Oh,
sell
I didn't know, man.
700, I'll
So-
review Red Dead Redemption 2
Ooh.
right after that. Check it out at
Ooh.
makeship.com. And thank you guys all so much for supporting the
Like,
channel.
damn,
and
Red
helping
Dead
to
1
raise
was so
money for a good
underrated, like-
cause.
And now for something
It felt like no one knew about it, but yeah.
The first thing you'll notice when a sequel fails to impress is that you immediately want to play an older title in the same series or something else entirely. With a good game, this is one of the last things a player will feel. After 2 matches of Vanguard multiplayer, I did the same thing I did after COD World War II came out. Went straight back to World at War, actually had a good time with the
Damn,
homies.
World
So
of
let's
War
start
was
with
one
the
of the
worst
best
part
ones,
of
man. The
Vanguard and work our
campaign
way
was so
up.
insane.
That's right. It's time to discuss zombies.
Oh, damn.
Here's a sentence that has never come out of my
repetitive same
mouth
stuff,
and
man.
never will again.
Last
I'd
good one
rather be
was-
playing Ghosts. I'd rather be playing
What?
Extinction. Look into my eyes.
The dog one?
That wasn't a joke. If I ever compare
kidding
a
me?
new Call of Duty to Ghosts, and Ghosts comes out on top in some way,
That's it.
you know you done fucked it up. I'd take Exo
True, man,
Zombies,
true.
COD World War II. I'd even hop on a match of Transit before I'd touch this abomination ever again. And it's not just me. The entire zombies community has banded together on this. Never thought I'd die fighting side by side with a Black Ops 4 fanboy. What about side by side with a friend? I could do that.
I don't think
Damn.
in my whole 10 years, 11 years of witnessing Call of Duty Zombies games release, I haven't seen anything as negative as this ever.
COD Vanguard came out. Call of Duty Vanguard came out. I did not buy it. I am not interested. I am
Perfect.
so mentally checked out of Call of Duty in the year 2021. I want to make it abundantly clear that I am done with new Call of Duty games coming out.
Yeah,
I sit
that's how it
before
should
you
be, man.
and tell you
No
that
innovation.
Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies is arguably the worst zombies experience I have ever played and is an insult to the $60 I spent on the game. I wouldn't spend $10 on this game. I wouldn't play it if it was free.
I just didn't feel like the game was worthy, really, of my time. It wasn't captivating for me. It didn't hold my attention.
I finally drew a line in the
It's
sand.
enough of the normies,
I'm
man.
finally
That's
getting my ground.
That's just it.
I'm done buying your shitty games, Activision.
I have waited so excitedly for this game. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
My first run lasted about an hour and 10 minutes, and I was bored halfway through it. On my first run, I was bored.
You know, honestly,
Damn.
I mean, in these videos, we usually cover content. We review content. We analyze the content.
But
It
there's
really
no
goes
what.
to show you just how terrible it is when the most die-hard supporters and fans of this franchise are straight up saying,
Just don't buy the game yet. Just don't buy the game yet. If you're buying it for zombies, just don't do it. Please.
so where do I
Damn.
even begin? Well, would you believe this crap is somehow more bare bones than World at War? Yes, fact. It's not even a complete skeleton. It's just a single rib with no meat on it. It's the rib bone that falls off your plate, and we're the dog that eats
If it sells
Just
well,
think
it
about
won't
that.
matter, man.
2008. Call of Duty
Just
makes
to
its
set
first
true.
attempt at a horde survival type mode, and that first iteration has more going for it than the 11th. I mean, I guess that's what you'd expect from Sledgehammer, right?
How can't you
This is the
improve on
Act Man
that
here.
even a little bit, man? But
What's that?
I don't understand it, man.
I'm getting intel. Wait, Treyarch made this?
What?
You're kidding me! I'll have to talk to you later. Before I spread my cheeks and unload my bowels on Vanguard, I want to say I blame Activision for this. And their archaic methods of yearly releases, profit over everything, strict deadlines, and their complete unwillingness to delay features that aren't
Yeah,
ready
to
and
be
give
honest,
these studios
don't blame the game designers. We're just working for that shit. They want
the
the fucking money.
time
And
of day they need to make something good. With that being said, Vanguard Zombies
it's
on
always the
paper
higher
is,
ups, man.
is a
What can you do?
checklist of everything good, everything you love about zombies. Except it's all crossed out. That's another piece of content removed from Republic control. Are you ready for this? Okay. There are no Easter eggs in Vanguard. What? No hidden songs you can trigger.
What?
There is not one single boss. Only
What?
3 enemy types.
You ready for another one?
One map. One. And it's stitched together with parts of the multiplayer and Shinonuma from World at War. They couldn't even create their own original map.
This is so
Vanguard
sad.
Zombies does not even have a freaking wonder weapon.
What?
What?
How can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair.
Just
The
act like nothing
original
happened, man.
Nacht der Untoten had the ray gun, and pretty much every zombies map has had the ray gun since,
Yeah.
except this one.
The ray
But
gun
wait,
was
there's more.
such an
If you order
iconic weapon,
Vanguard
man.
right now, we'll also take out round-based maps in progression. There's no rounds, just 4 different objectives put on repeat until you get bored and shoot yourself. Not a single new perk has been added. Did I also mention there's only 5 and you can get them for free? What the fuck is this? Remember how you get a special cool camo for pack-a-punching a weapon in every other game? That's gone, scrapped, dead. Well, we'll patch it in later. You ready for this one? There are no wall buys. Every gun you get is
What?
from the mystery box or picked up at complete random?
Why?
No claymores, Bowie knife, grenades, can't buy shit off the walls when you're in a pinch. The specialist abilities are pathetic. What's that? There's also no doors to open, no map progression whatsoever,
Why do you
or
just
strategic
remove shit like-
pathways to open? You mean there's nothing to actually learn about the map? No sense of economy or point rationing? But wait, it somehow gets worse. There is nothing to interact with. Not a single thing on the map you can interact with to set it apart. No traps or springboards, flying elevators, low gravity environments, hidden areas. Don't gotta worry about turning the power on cause there is none.
Damn.
No walls to board up,
I'm
no building
speechless, like, I
shields,
don't know what to
collecting
say.
items. There is nothing to do.
You think this is funny? In a cosmic sort of way, yes. Well, Mr. Funny Man, is this how you get your sick kicks? What? It's just an ordinary crabby. Oh my goodness!
Modern gaming has gotten so far out of
Perfect
control that
meme
Treyarch has to
template, man.
patch in wonder weapons, pack-a-punch camos, and a fucking pause feature into a zombies mode. Woohoo! Don't you love live service games? Fuck, dude, it's pathetic. This is laughable. You can actually get kicked from a solo match for being inactive.
What?
And you can't pause the game? Are you kidding me? How did they fuck this up so bad? On their website, it says Vanguard Zombies offers deep replayability.
My ass!
The biggest problem with zombies, there's nothing to do. It's painfully boring. There's no reason to replay it, no reason to grind. Hell, they didn't even come up with unique weapon skin unlocks for playing zombies. They literally just reskinned the ones from multiplayer. I mean, how fucking lazy can you get?
Apathy is death.
Rather than starting a match with zombies pouring through and a scaling difficulty, you instead choose a portal to go through. Wait for your team to approve it,
Bro.
wait for the teleporting animation to finish, get to the next area, wait for zombies to spawn, kill them while completing one of 4 basic objectives, wait to get sent back to the hub
Damn,
area,
this
buy your
seems
shit,
like a mobile
pick another
game, man.
portal, wait for your team to approve it. God damn it! Just vote for this one. Fuck, now we have to wait longer. Am I playing Elevator Simulator? Waiting for something to do is half of the gameplay.
I feel like half the time I'm trying to find the zombies instead of them finding me. Does that make sense?
man.
You know, in a good zombies
I'm
mode,
already
the
yawning
player
because
is
it's so
encouraged
boring.
to seek out supplies, you know what I mean? Like, these pauses in the Horde's attacks give you opportunities to repair walls, call an elevator, activate Pack-a-Punch, run to the other side of the map to grab a perk or weapon you need, hunt down the mystery box, set up a trap, look for shield parts, activate Easter eggs, pick up some gobble gums.
Good old times.
Especially in newer games,
Yeah,
you're like
no,
always running around doing something. Treyarch, man, you guys were doing all right. With Cold War,
You blew it! You had it all and you blew it!
there's no sense of urgency, no impending doom when the next round starts. There's a literal safe area where zombies don't attack you unless you shoot them. What? It removes all intensity and drama. It's like, dude, you could be standing 5 feet away from them. And
Yeah,
they
the
don't
AI
even
doesn't know
notice
what to
you.
do or what.
Boy, I'm really on the edge of my seat right now. Difficulty is non-existent. The mode basically plays itself with 2 or more people.
Yo, you actually died in Vanguard Zombies? How do you die in this? It's so easy.
There are no bosses, no interesting challenges, special waves, and most of the time you don't even have to sprint or train zombies. You can just stand there. Look at how fucking
It's so
fast
sad.
you go with max stamina. Why is this necessary? No thought equals no strategy equals no fun. The only slice of challenge offered is perhaps
Why?
the stupidest enemy type ever implemented in zombies. A giant guy with a machine gun? Excuse
Yeah,
me?
just,
Why is this a thing?
just a
These
normal
guys
bullet
turn
sponge.
the corner and shred your armor in an instant. It's not fun. The oversights in design are so basic, I'm surprised Treyarch even managed to include a scoreboard. Why is Pack-a-Punch available at the start? How come this game doesn't track any stats whatsoever for this mode? Given that Treyarch had to step in last year to develop Cold War when Sledgehammer dropped the
I can
ball,
remember
I
back in the
imagine
day, a scoreboard
Activision
was a
had
must-have in like
a
every single
chainsaw
game.
held at Treyarch's nutsack, and
No,
this
it's
is the
like
result.
non-existent,
To make gameplay
man.
even more boring, it takes fucking forever to amass any amount of meaningful points. 20 points per kill, 30 per headshot, but they kept the same prices for the mystery box at $9.50. Why does Pack-a-Punch cost $7,500? Oh, I know why. Because the game wants to force players into completing objectives. Treyarch wants you to play an extremely specific way and no other way. Like, there's no reason to
No
try and
creativity.
save up points for Pack-a-Punch because the mystery box can give you a triple packed weapon for free. What? What? Hold up. What? Why do some enemies drop triple packed weapons for no fucking reason?
What?
Let's talk about the only map that's available, Der Anfang, a Frankenstein monster stitched together from
Der
previous
Anfang.
assets found in a 13-year-old game. Not to mention the multiplayer maps from Vanguard, so yeah, about half of the map is just reused assets. The locations are boring and uninspired. What bugs me is they keep blue-balling you by teleporting you to fun areas, and they're like, don't you wish you could play Shido Numa right now? Well, too bad, we're locking up
They're teasing you, mate.
75% of it. Have
They're
fun in this
teasing you.
tiny little enclosed area.
Apathy is death, worse than death, because at least a rotting corpse feeds the beasts and insects.
The entire map is just chunks, segments with no flow or interconnectivity. You want to talk story? Aside from one mildly impressive cutscene, it's just demon voices constantly talking over a radio.
You have the blackest heart.
Yeah, so generic, man.
I don't even get to hear the rest of the voice line.
Like, the dialogue is so bad.
Where did you find these fighters, Corticus? You do not deserve them.
Where did you find these fighters, Morticus?
It's literally this
you
typical
should
shit,
fight
man.
the revenants and the...
You strike at my augmentors, you will find they strike back harder.
It's just nonsense. The dudes, like, they talk every time you look at something. Like, if you look at a perk machine, they'll be like, this is the perk of a true champion. It's like, shut the fuck up. I know what Juggernaut does.
Kill your red bloods, Norticus, then feed you to my augmentors.
That must be annoying,
Every
man.
time
I
you
would
purchase
turn that
something
off
from the
instantly.
mystery box, they feel the need to chime in with their own, like, witty quips. Now, since you're playing Vanguard Zombies with the operators from multiplayer, your character feels completely disconnected from whatever is taking place. I'm surprised they even bothered to record unique zombie lines for these characters, you know? One thing I'll say about it is that I thought Arthur Kingsley's quips were entertaining.
Have to lean into these. They kick like the very devil himself.
The only other thing that's good about Vanguard Zombies is the main menu theme. At least the music guys weren't slacking. Okay, so back in January, Treyarch addressed
group
fan
did
outcry
something
for a
right.
traditional Zombies experience. And in an update, they did add a round-based mode, which is just going to 25% of Shino Numa and fighting there until you want to leave. Our expectations for you were low, but holy fuck. Zombies is pitifully boring, tedious, thoughtless, and offers the same feeling of smashing your testicles with a hammer. Nothing has been improved from any previous entry. The only thing that still exists is the core loop of shooting zombies, which has been downgraded immensely. Everything else has been cut. Vanguard Zombies is a complete waste of everyone's
Dumped on
time,
for the
and there is
masses, I
nothing
think.
redeemable about it.
But that's...
So with zombies being an undeniable
I don't
dumpster fire,
understand
does
it, man.
multiplayer at least do anything better?
No.
Our
I
new
knew it.
dog model is taken from high-resolution scans of an actual SEAL team service
get
dog.
ghost flashbacks, man. I
Unfortunately,
get ghost
Vanguard is little
flashbacks.
more than a reskin of a reskinned Call of Duty. Let's start with the operator system they keep shoving into Call of Duty. There is an impressive lack of personality and charm within the operators, announcers, and style of the game. This is the most generic World War II game you have ever played. Now, it kind of worked in Cold War because that campaign was amazing and the characters were awesome and likable, even if they swapped out certain voice actors. I mean, you had no reason to play as anybody but Russell Adler, so, you know, but there was content for their inclusion in the multiplayer.
Yeah.
The problem with Vanguard is they throw in a bunch of characters you've never seen or heard before. The ones from the campaign aren't that great, and you just sit there looking at the others like, well, who the fuck is that? Oh, watch a generic 1-minute scene to establish everything about them and their personality. Doesn't work like that. Call of Duty's art style has been obliterated by its uninspired design and overindulgence in microtransactions.
Bro, is
It's
this
an amalgamation
Valorant?
of various trends copied from other successful IPs. Heroes that have nowhere near the personality of those in Overwatch. Cosmetic bundles from anime shows. In a World War II game. What the? They're basically trying to turn Call of Duty into Fortnite
I
with
did
all these
not
collaborations.
understand
Like,
that even,
rather
man.
than
Like,
pursue a crazy
the
Wolfenstein
Levi
type
skin
setting
and
and
Warzone
atmosphere that
completely
opens
killed
the
me.
door for
That was
wacky cosmetics,
so stupid.
Sledgehammer plays it safe. Yet again. And just does World War II. Again. Let's talk about some of the cosmetic stuff. Of course, it wouldn't be a Sledgehammer game if this wasn't something we could all point at and laugh.
Oh, yeah.
My fucking god. 3 grips that all look the same. They're
Good
3
old
different
days.
rarities. What's the difference?
The
Good old times, man.
cosmetics in COD Vanguard are worse than the pistol grips. I said it.
I get
They're doing the same
nostalgia
cringy
from
thing DICE
Act-Man
did
videos,
with
man.
2042.
The rents were so incredible back in the day.
They got these embarrassing animations that look terrible. Like, hey, we're all shooting each other in World War II. We're having fun.
Yeah.
Well. That was fun.
What the fuck was that?
You know, in
I
a
don't
good
even
game
get
like
it.
Battlefield
What-
1, the cosmetics all felt very subdued because if they weren't, it would just mess with the art style and look and feel of the game. You didn't have some flaming helmet guy running around because the focus was on immersion and atmosphere. You weren't playing Battlefield 1 because you were hyped about this samurai animation you paid $20 for.
But
You played it
Battlefield
'cause it
1 was also
fun.
like the
In
last
true
good
apathetic
Battlefield 1.
fashion, Vanguard recycles its
Like game.
monetized content across
Like
all
5 and-
operators.
I don't
Almost
know,
every
the new
single
one.
like intro
Yeah.
and finishing
What was it called
highlight
again?
animation is reused across all
Like
operators.
the new one was garbage.
Blending
That's
them
what
all
I know.
together better than their bland personalities ever could. Shouldn't each character have like their own cool, unique intro
Damn.
that makes them look different?
Overwatch hurt me
No.
so much. I
That
loved
would
that game.
require effort.
And hated it at the same time.
Right, like after you see 3 different characters do that like pistol whack, once you see that 3 times in a row, it's like,
Who cares?
you also can't quit during the end of match highlights, so you're forced to watch this crap. Even worse. Some of the animations are decent, if not passable, but others in the game are part of monetized bundles when they are literally unfinished. Oh, check out this one. You like the way he stabs a guy with a hammer? Yes, stabs a guy
Makes sense, man.
with a hammer. Stabs a guy with
This
a
is brutal
hammer.
strength, man.
Then you got this one where like he's holding up a gun that's not there and he's like, ugh. And you could just easily Photoshop a dick into that. They even recycled the hammer stab for 6 different unlocks. Like, is the menu even finished? What is happening? What are these names? Why is part of the bundle left with this placeholder name and missing image? And you're not prepared for this one.
What?
Her legs are backwards.
What?
She's an elite from Halo. What is she even doing? Where was the
What?
blood coming from? Why is this guy halfway off the screen? What is this demonic pose at the end? Bruh, they're selling stuff they didn't even finish programming. How does stuff like this get past quality assurance? Did they just take the whole year off? I like how there's voice lines for when you do certain actions in multiplayer, but it's just the same 2 options.
So uninspired, man. Don't do it, ruin
the moment. Hey, remember when World War II happened and there was no other faction besides the British and a ragtag group of generic special operators all fighting in a playground for fun? Remember how World War II had no Germans, Japanese, Russians, French, Polish, or United States soldiers anywhere on the battlefield? You remember when my team fought the enemy team?
My team, enemy team. Those are the factions.
No
Grandma,
way.
can you tell me about
No way.
your team? How you fought for your team in World War II? Yes, my team. Look at my glorious team. And the enemy team. We didn't
Damn,
know
this is so
anything
sad. Like, back in the day, you saw like Spetsnaz and the other shit, I couldn't remember it, but the symbols, the icons, it was so
them,
good,
just
man.
that they were the enemy.
And that
In true
now
apathetic fashion, Sledgehammer
Damn,
has
this is
removed
so sad.
all of the
I'm
factions and flair of a
disappointed,
World War
man.
II video game in their World
can't say
War
it
II
enough.
video game.
Just repeating
Part
myself.
of what made Call of Duty cool was the different factions, even if it had no effect on gameplay. It was flair, it was context, right? You're playing as the Navy SEALs or the
Yeah.
Op 4 or maybe the Rangers, you know? Like, Rangers lead the way.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
You got that sick ass music at the beginning.
Team deathmatch.
Macht keine Gefangenen. Damn.
Take no prisoners, comrades.
Yeah.
That's just some British guy who's like, "Oi, make sure you save some crumpets and tea for me after you shoot that guy's head off."
Team deathmatch. Subdue all threats. Use all your senses. Sight, sound, touch, smell, and gun.
Oh my god, that was... I hate this guy. Nothing against the Brits, but why is there only one fucking announcer for the whole multiplayer? If you want to be so inclusive, maybe hire a Japanese voice actor to voice the Japanese faction.
Team deathmatch.
Yeah.
Unite for the glory of Japan.
Damn, this motivates
but
me.
we can't do that because we have to have these generic operators to sell skins and dumbass animations that aren't even finished and voice lines that suck. And none of this really falls in line with a specific country or group, so we'll just get rid of groups and factions entirely. Fuck you. Extra credits should not have gotten a W from their terrible video that was a joke to everyone, and you actually listened to them.
There you are, playing the PvP in your World War II
I know
shooter,
this.
and all of a sudden,
you are Nazi.
You see that little Empire of Japan flag?
Still
It's
remember
flag.
that shit, man.
I don't care if the announcer sounds like a stereotype. He's supposed to. I'm playing as the Japanese. Call of Duty and games in general are never going to be perfect when it comes to historical accuracy.
Do not pray for easy lives, my friends. Pray to be stronger men.
But older CODs always seem to have a respect for that history and understand it. Plus, the weapon designs weren't so outlandish that the guns became unrecognizable, even with attachments. Vanguard's base weapon models look amazing. So sleek, shiny, highly detailed. Might be
Yeah.
the best looking World War II guns I've ever seen. Until you start putting stuff on them.
What the hell is that?
Alright, we'll pause there. There's just going to be a lot of pained wincing going on, I think, in this review. Wow, where to start?
Damn, I know
this
him.
is
I
clearly
watch
somewhere
a lot of his
past
videos, man.
life. A Browning BAR M1918A2. You can tell from the magazine guides, even if all the other features have been altered by some sadistic maniac. The Egyptian / East German / Polish-esque AK wire folding buttstock makes me cry a little inside. God, I think this is a Garand.
Damn,
What have
damn.
they done to you? I can hear John Cancius Garand revolving in his grave, probably more efficiently than this drum mag revolves.
This is why I think Vanguard should have gone for an alternate reality World War II setting, because then they could do all of this and it would make sense. It wouldn't feel out of place.
Yeah, what is with these sites, dude? Tell me. Someone tell me what these sites are all about. I need answers. This is not what my grandpa told me about World War II.
Like having
Hologram.
red dot
Easy.
sites. Excuse
Don't you
me?
remember that back in the day?
And
World War
pause
II?
again there because we have one of these heinous optical sights. I'm not sure what it looks like. It's tiny. I mean, we can barely make optical sights with a field of view like this now, so we certainly didn't have them in the 1940s.
Okay, so now that I've established Vanguard's lack of identity and style, let's check the gameplay. There is a certain
Just use
amount
for
of
Iron
fun
Set,
you can
man.
get playing Vanguard if you're new to the franchise and have nothing better to play. It should be obvious at this point, but my exact same complaints about Cold War looking and feeling
Perfect
identical
freeze,
to
man.
Modern Warfare are true here. It's the same shit, different disc. This is basically a World War II skin for Modern Warfare. It's the same World War II weapons you've used 100
always-
times before.
it
with the
looks
same
like,
mechanics.
Modern
I guess
Warfare
now
feels
you
like
can
Modern Warfare
blind
just by
fire, but
watching,
it's
man.
pretty pointless. They added a few new perks post-launch, which is nice, but besides that, everything is stuff you've seen before. Same kill streaks, perks, same attachments. It's the same game. Do what Ghost did with the perk system. I don't care. Just switch it up, for God's sake. Now, at its core, the gameplay is, it's playable. There's some crazy movement. It's a lot more fast-paced than Modern Warfare and Cold War. But the thing that killed this game for me in less than 2 days is the complete lack of any innovation. I made this video on Halo 5 like 5 years ago, and it should not be relevant. Why is there this stunning lack of variety at release every single time?
Like Domination. I played Domination, dog. I played it in every single Call of Duty ever made. Give me a new fun mode or something.
You added some weird battle royale replacement
Yeah, just
that
try
you
something
specifically
new,
neutered
something out
because you
new.
don't want it competing
It doesn't
with
need to be
Warzone.
perfect
You
or
added
shit.
this pacing thing, which simply
Just
means
try.
you can play the same maps and
So you
modes
find
with
out
different
if
amounts of
shit is
players.
good.
Hardly a revolution. Get this. The biggest and pretty much only new addition to Vanguard's multiplayer is King of the Hill, but the hill moves constantly.
Damn.
That's it. That's all you have. That's all you can do. Patrol.
What kind of a man are you?
Patrolling
You're
King of the
worthless and weak. You do nothing. You are nothing.
Even if you don't want to branch out and try new modes, fine. But at least throw in as many old modes as you can. What about tanks or capture the flag? Demolition? Cranked? You know, Call of Duty 3 had a one flag mode.
Damn.
Why don't you make asymmetric objective maps? Why don't you innovate?
Best
Why don't you
map,
listen?
man.
It's all perspective, right? I mean, COD World War II's war mode was trash, but at the very least, you could build a bridge.
Keep the enemy from building the bridge. The enemy is building a bridge. The bridge is being built. The bridge is half built. The enemy is building a bridge.
They're building a
Stop the
bridge,
enemy
man.
from building that bridge. They're building a bridge.
Like, I played the war mode probably more than all of Vanguard's multiplayer. Why? Because it was different. Because even if it was just a shameless ripoff of operations from Battlefield, it had some novelty. Call of Duty is a factory line production, where imagination and creativity go to die.
Apathy is death.
Apathy
They even fucked up the care package too. Remember in Black Ops 4, sometimes the care package just wouldn't work? Well, now the damn thing comes flying at you 70 miles per hour. You have no idea where it's going to land, and it takes 10 seconds to be able to redeem it.
Oh my god.
I will say, with 100% honesty, I think Vanguard's maps are pretty good, individually. When looking at them all together, it's not a unique package, but they play well. They offer some cool little strategies, and surprisingly, the destructible environments do something. You know, sometimes you can get a good
like every
on
game,
another
it looks
player or a
dope, like.
sightline just by strategically destroying cover. I like seeing Call of Duty play around with these types of ideas. I just wish they would have taken it a step further. At the very least, Vanguard can be fun if you use a shotgun. You want to know my biggest problem? It's the movement. Everyone runs around like they're cranked. Like Arthur Kingsley just snorted G Fuel before the match. At some point in its lifespan, Call of Duty decided that making decisions and using your brain was too boring for the 7-year-old toddlers that begged their mommy to buy them the next Call of Duty. So with the exception of Modern Warfare 2019, since Black Ops 3, the series has slowly transformed into a pacifier. You put it in your mouth, suck on it, and bite. But you don't think about what it is you're doing. It's simply pacifying you. What was once a tactical yet simple first-person shooter has become a thoughtless running gun
like
arcade
MW3
game. Some
more,
decisions
it
made
was
for
quite
Modern
mediocre.
Warfare don't make any sense
It's still my
here.
favorite one.
Unlimited sprint and tactical sprint. In Modern Warfare, the maps were bigger. You moved slower. It made sense. Now you can just zoom around a corner. When the time to kill is so fast, the maps are small, and everyone runs around like Usain Bolt, you find yourself not thinking at all about how to engage the enemy. Rainbow Six Siege is like the extreme version of this tactical shooter style, but Call of Duty used to be the more approachable, streamlined version of that with respawns. All the weapons feel like laser beams, LMGs handle like assault rifles. They severely misuse maps like Dome, which is meant for free-for-all and not 12v12. And Vanguard makes no attempt at trying to have teams coordinate and work together. And one of the reasons I've been turned off from grinding COD multiplayer is the skill gap. Now, before the Pick 10 system, every Call of Duty lets you have only one attachment, 2 if you got bling. So if a player using 2 attachments goes up against a player that has 0, the differences aren't so extreme. They're just big enough to make the player using the attachments feel more powerful and for the other player to want to grind for them. Enter Vanguard, where we run out of ideas and screw it. I give every gun 10 attachments because what the fuck is weapon
I didn't
balance
understand
anymore?
it. The last time I opened
the real
to
fun happens after you
Warzone,
grind
it was
30
like
hours
20
with this one
attachments
weapon
for the
and play
Cooper,
with
man.
no other weapon. Who
What is
wants
this
to
game?
get manhandled by people with 10 attachments when you have none? I don't feel inspired to grind the game's progression to access the fun mode. This is why the bundles and weapon blueprints are a thing, so you can spend money and just bypass the time it would normally take to progress. The game should be fun. That's what makes me want to grind it. It just seems like Call of Duty sacrifices so much of its identity and cool factor for the sake of progression and monetization, rather than make a video game that is fun, and that fun is what makes you continue to play. Vanguard's progression system and attachments are a crutch for gameplay that does not stand up on its own. You need the carrot on the stick to keep chasing because Call of Duty's core design is based around addiction,
it won't work,
not
man.
enjoyment.
It's just like that.
At last, we arrive at the campaign, and I have so little energy remaining at this point, but let's give it a shot. The premise was interesting. You're part of a group of Spec Ops soldiers trying to assassinate Hitler's successor. Oh boy, this is gonna be epic. And then 3/4 of the game is just pointless flashbacks to give these characters personality. You got Arthur Kingsley, the leader, and a pretty cool British dude. There's Polina, the Russian sniper, Lucas Riggs, the Australian guy, Wade Jackson, a hotshot American pilot. Now you might be asking why there aren't any notable COD characters in this game. Well, it's because they didn't think there were any.
How do we make the iconic COD characters? Because you don't really have that in Call of Duty right now. You know, when you think about a game like, I don't know, Halo, you think of Master Chief or whatever.
Yeah, where's Price? Where's Soba? I don't know. Did he die? I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, that's not so much. So?
Mendes.
So the story starts off with Arthur Kingsley talking about his group being tasked to retrieve files on the top secret Project Phoenix.
There's people that often seem to be forgotten when it comes to World War II.
Tactical nuke ready for launch.
It does a good job of showing the diversity in nationality, backgrounds, and idioms and phrases they use. Like this gem.
Oh yeah, we'll just waltz our way through a field of death. Well, we're not here to fuck spiders.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are there Nazis in the campaign? I'm offended. You should call them the enemy team. What? No, no, no. Don't. Hitler is in this game? Did you just say the word Hitler? No, that's offensive. Call him Funny Mustache Guy or Hatler. You don't want to be offended, do you?
You didn't ask for this. You didn't choose this.
Somebody get extra credits on the phone. They're gonna love this. So this team has no
It's
idea
sad.
what
It's
they're
all
looking
sad,
for,
man.
and neither
Why?
do we.
What is happening?
Might the officer in charge tell us what the hell we're doing here?
The writers throw us into this train section, expecting us to be attached to the characters and setting when we have no reason to be. So what's the plan, fellas? And lady?
I shoot Nazis. They die. That's my plan.
I don't know, man.
Okay, that was pretty bad, but the whole game can't be like that, right?
Yeah, that's why we brought the guns. To shoot them.
Why am I still talking about this game?
Oh my god!
So Scooby-Doo and the mystery gang board the submarine looking for the juicy deets on
I'm not
Project
mentally
Phoenix. I gotta
retarded,
give
man,
credit where
but
credit
this
is
game
due.
makes me-
They didn't tap dance around showing the swastika. So you're about to grab the deets when suddenly...
Flashbang through the door!
Oh no! We're all captives now. Guess it's time to introduce our generic German bad guy. Ah, right on time.
Beethoven's Fortunata has exquisite, but demanding.
Yeah, that's how they always make a generic evil guy. This is so sad, man.
Shut the fuck up. You see what they're doing? They're going for
Like,
that
you don't know
elegant
true
and
history. Like, back in the day, normal German soldiers were just people like you and me. Not like the higher-ups who did all that BS, but normal soldiers who were just like the American soldiers, like the Japanese, they were all the same. Some of them did bad shit, but yeah. I don't like it that you just take a specific people group and make them look back like they're all like those evil guys. This was so stupid, man. This is racist.
refined yet cruel German stereotype. This guy's about to get racist, isn't he?
Enemy nuke incoming! It's over!
See, I told you. So the mystery gang banners with Herr Freisinger until he snaps and goes WWE on your ass.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
This is so typical, man.
What
This
I will
is so
say is that
bad.
all the pre-rendered cutscenes look fantastic. They even had some promotional material emphasizing how they were bringing in a film director and the effects that had on the story. And that's cool, but if I look at Cold War, I don't really see much of a difference. Though these cutscenes can be long at times, they're pretty much the only thing that kept me playing. As expected, Vanguard does not attempt a gritty, horrific approach to World War II, but rather a happy-go-lucky, we're all on a team type of atmosphere. Honestly, I just want Call of Duty
That's not how
to
it should
shock
be,
me
man.
again.
That's
Without
not it.
playing its hand so obviously like in Modern Warfare where they just had the bad guy shoot a child. Vanguard plays it completely 100% safe for a World War II game. Now, when you're making a story in such an oversaturated setting for storytelling, well, it helps to do something to set it apart. You know, it's just rewatching those old World at War cutscenes, and man, using real
Damn,
footage
this was
of World
good
War
shit.
II, it's kind
I
of
love that.
spooky. It reminds you that though this is fictionalized, what you're playing through actually happened. Look, rather than run through the story of the whole campaign piece by piece, can I just say it's generic and uneventful? You know, at the very least, Call of Duty is usually good about cementing some kind of gimmick or iconic imagery in your head. Think of the elevator scene in MW2, or
Remember,
Shepard's
no
betrayal, or those frozen in time
Fuck Shepard,
sequences
man.
from Cold War, the interrogation scenes in Black Ops. Vanguard doesn't
The
really
numbers,
have
Mason.
anything memorable about it. The music slaps though. At least by the end the squad all kinda came together, but really the very last mission is the only good one. And then it ends right after. As far as gameplay goes, you've played this before, you've played this 5 times before. You know, when I think about Cold War and Black Ops 2, what I consider the best campaigns in the franchise, I put so much of that weight on the decisions, the branching paths, the multiple endings. Like, I can't help but wonder why they don't give any player choice in the matter. Let me affect the story. Let me affect the war that's happening. That's how you get me involved and invested. Look, the campaign isn't terrible, but it's by the books. It's apathetic. You know, I could point out all the cringy dialogue, how Polina's character is just, I killed the Nazi. That is plain.
I shoot Nazis. They die. That's my plan.
Shoot Nazi. Plain.
I don't want them to see us coming.
They can't see anything when they're dead.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh yes, let's keep blaming each other instead of the Germans.
But I've already put in more than enough time for a game that really doesn't deserve it. It deserves my apathy.
You cannot kill me.
So I can't really stomach any more of this garbage. There's a reason it's taken me so long to make this review, because focusing my brain cells on it was just a waste of time. But I hope it was an entertaining waste of time. Vanguard isn't just uninspired, it's apathetic. And so is this review.
Apathy is death.
Apathy is death.
Yeah, and so is this reaction as well, man. Thank you for watching. I hope you have endured it to this point. And it's just sad to see this shit, man. I see you next time. That's actually it. I'm out. Bye.